My name is Angela Paul.
Gage Hawkins.
Uh, my name is Tucker. Andrew's kind of over there in the corner being quiet.
We're going to tell you about Bonnie and Clyde, a couple that committed robberies all over the country during the Great Depression. Here's an introduction to Clyde Barrow. Clyde was born on March 24th, 1909, in Ellis Country, Texas. He had two siblings. He has a small record of being a criminal before he met Bonnie. His first arrest was in 1926 due to him failing to return a rental car. He helped organize a prison break where a prison guard died and Clyde and others escaped. Clyde fell in love with Bonnie when they met. He later died on May 23rd, 1934. Okay, so what's our thoughts on him?
He's a bad person because he steals stuff.
I just think Bonnie and Clyde weren't very good for each other. The love that they had for each other kind of made them do some bad things.
Made them like crazy, basically.
Yeah.
Here is an introduction to Bonnie Parker. Bonnie was born on October 1st, 1910 in Texas. She was a nice girl before she met Clyde. She was very smart, enjoyed writing poetry, and wanted to be an actress one day. Bonnie was married for 3 years to Roy Thornton, but then she ran away with Clyde. She wasn't a fan of smoking or killing, but she did it because she loved Clyde. She later died on May 23rd, 1934. What's your thoughts on her?
I feel like she could probably have been an actress.
Yeah, she could have been like famous one day.
Mm-hmm.
She looked pretty. I feel like like Tucker said, she could definitely be an actress, but Clyde just had a bad impression on her.
And then, like, she still, wore her, wedding ring with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Roy was married to Bonnie for 3 years. He was born in 1908 in Dallas Country, Texas. He and Bonnie got married on September 25th in 1926 in West Dallas, Texas. He was mostly in prison or on the road during the time span of his early marriage to Bonnie. They were 16 years old when they got married. They never legally got divorced. Bonnie died wearing her wedding ring. Roy was killed in an attempt prison break from the Huntsville State Prison on October 3rd, 1937.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy because his wife left him for a guy named Clyde.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We're going to talk about a timeline now about both of them.
Sometime before his arrest, he met Bonnie in Dallas, Texas in January. When he got incarcerated, Bonnie smuggled a gun into jail for him, and he escaped on March 8th, 1930. Shortly after, he got captured in Ohio March 19th, and he was sent back to Texas. He was sentenced to 14 years, but granted parole in February 1932. In March of that year, they formed the Barrow Gang, which consisted of Clyde, Bonnie, Raymond, Hamilton, W.D. Jones, Henry Methvin, Clyde's brother Buck Barrow, and Buck's wife Blanche Barrow. That same year, the gang committed 4 murders. In 1933, a sheriff and 2 officers were also killed in shootouts with the Barrow Gang. Later that year, Bonnie had gotten into a bad car accident and was severely bruised and crippled. In June 1933, they got into a shootout and killed the Arkansas Marshal Henry Hanford. In July 1933, a posse surrounded the Barrow Gang and got into a shootout. Buck Barrow was killed, his wife captured, and the others managed to escape alive.
A few months after that, on January 16th, 1934, Bonnie and Clyde freed gang member Raymond Hamilton and 3 other prisoners from the Eastern Prison Farm. They killed a prison guard in a breakout. Later that year in April, they killed 2 Texas highway officers near Grapevine. They also killed 1 law officer and took another captive in Oklahoma. In May, they were ambushed on a lone Louisiana road and killed. Well, what do you guys think of their little run they had?
I just I don't know. I can't stop thinking about Bonnie. I feel like she could have had a way better life, but
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. She was really smart and stuff, and she threw it all away.
She could have easily been famous for something like acting or poetry or something like that, but instead she's famous for crimes, which is fun.
She did the wrong thing.
When they were killed in a 1934 Ford that has been nicknamed the Death Car because it had been riddled with bullets when they got ambushed. The stolen car had been stained with blood, and the police officers unloaded approximately 167 bullets into the car. There were 17 bullet holes in Clyde and 26 in Bonnie. Because of all the holes, the undertaker had a difficult time embalming their bodies. The famous Death Car has traveled to many museums and some casinos all over the country. It is currently in the Ronald Reagan Presidential Museum in California. And we have a little ad for something that might help with that. Do you not want your car to end up like the Death Car that Bonnie and Clyde died in, all shot to hell and covered in blood? Well, you can buy some wheel clamps and never worry about your car being stolen ever again. Often called the Denver boot, this device locks the wheel of your car in place and keeps it from spinning. For only $79.99, one of these can be yours, and if you buy 2, you get one absolutely free, so you can be sure your car will never go anywhere again. That's all we really have.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Bonnie and Clyde are also involved in a lot of things in pop culture, like movies and fashion. There are around 5 Bonnie and Clyde movies. 3 of them are realistic stories about the duo and their crime spree. One of the movies is all about Bonnie and her history before and with Clyde. The other one is Bonnie and Clyde vs. Dracula. It's the weirdest one out of all of them, but vampire movies sell to the public, so they made it and they sold the story. Bonnie and Clyde's crime spree was during the Great Depression when the stock market crashed. When that happened, people lost all their money, homes, their jobs, and a lot of their personal belongings. Bonnie and Clyde were robbing the wealthy who still had money during the time, so that allowed people to live out their fantasies and basically point and laugh at the wealthy businessmen while they were living life. So, what do you guys think of these movies?
I mean, I would watch one of them. I think.
Me personally, I wouldn't mind watching a couple of them, but I 1000% for a fact would not watch the Bonnie and Clyde versus Count Dracula. That's definitely not something on my watch list.
That's really interesting that they would make that a movie.
There's a lot of other ones like that, like Abraham Lincoln versus Dracula, and a bunch of stupid stuff.
Nah, I just wanted to see the purpose of coming up with an idea like that.
Yeah.
What year was it made? Did it say? Was it 19?
But I would like to add about the commercial that was put on. It'd be great for a family. Buy 2, get 1 free. Mother.
You got 3 cars?
Yeah.
They ain't going nowhere.
Work car, family car, and who knows?
Fancy car.
Yeah, fancy car. They could all be chained up.
Well, how about their crime spree during the Great Depression and robbing all them people?
Who knew that would happen?
It's kind of like a Robin Hood story there. But they just didn't give anything to the poor because they stole it all. Well, that's it, I guess. Yay, we hit 10 minutes.